is Tony from 16 Corner, and today I'm going to talk about pull-offs and hammer-ons. Very crucial to playing rock lead guitar. So grab your guitar and let's get rocking. So this next technique that we use for rock lead guitar are pull-offs and hammer-ons. They're very, very, very common, and they're not even just used for lead guitar. They're used for pretty much any type of style you're playing, whether you're just strumming on the acoustic or you're playing rhythm guitar. There's times that this hammer-on pull-off thing is going to come into play. So let's talk really quickly about how it's done. Let's talk about the hammer-on. Hammer-on is just that where you're actually literally going to hammer the finger on to the string. The way this works is, and I'm going to go right here on the 12th fret, which is kind of what I've been doing in all my examples, but it can be anywhere on the guitar, anywhere on the neck. This will work. What I do here is I want to make sure that the original note that I'm hammering from is firmly secured. In this case, my pointer finger's right here, and I'm going to hammer on to the 12th fret with the ring finger. Okay, and literally that's all we're doing, is you're just hammering on the note with whatever finger you're going to use, whether it's the ring finger or the middle finger or the little finger. That really is about it. I am grabbing the neck a little bit. I'm not doing it here with my hand down, my wrist down. I'm sort of grabbing it. I'm not as tight as like I would do for string bending or vibrato, but nonetheless, I'm kind of anchored here to the bottom of the neck generally. And then we do pointer finger here, and then what you want to do is you just want to practice literally hammering the finger on to the fret that you want to go to. In other words, I'm from 10 to 12 on G. And what I'm doing, what you can't see here, let me try and see if I can get this in here. I'm going to pick the note, the original note, and then we're going to hammer that on to the next note. The major thing you're going to work on with this, well, there's really two. One is the finger strength, but what that's going to lead to is that you want the hammered on note to sound just as loud as the original note. So if I pick this note right here, right, I want this hammered on note to sound just as loud. I also found for me that whatever unused fingers are in between, like in this case the middle finger, I like to hammer it on with. Even though it doesn't really have any effect on the actual sound, it just, I don't know, for some reason gives you a little more leverage, if you will, to just hammer down on that note. That's really all your practice will be, is you practice just hammering on, and you want to get the volume of that note to be the same as the original note. That's what you're after on the hammer on. Okay, and again, do that for the little finger. You can go on different strings. This is a good one here with the little finger. Pull-offs could be a little more tricky. Let me just work on the same area here between the 10th and the 12th fret on the G string. And we're going to work in reverse now. We're going to pick the note we're coming from, the higher note. We want to pull off to this note here on the pointer finger. Now the way that really works on a pull-off is you are literally picking the note. You're sort of snapping that finger on the string. Think of it almost as like its own pick. It's picking the note. It's like you're just plucking that note with that finger, whether it's whichever finger it is. The note that you're pulling off too, right? Just as we do with the hammer on, it should be just as loud. And you work on that pluck or pull, if you will. You're literally pulling, just a slight pull on that string. That's hence pull off. But it's really more of a plucking motion. Like if you think about how a pick, plucks on that string, that's kind of what this finger or whichever finger is doing the pull offing is doing. So you're literally pulling right off to the next note there, and that should be the same volume. As far as going a little more advanced practice, you can combine your hammer-ons and your pull-offs. So if you want, you can just pick the note, the first note, where the hammered and the pulled-off note are exactly the same volume. Where I'm hammering on and pulling off. Same thing with the other finger. And once you get that down, it actually becomes a really good finger strength exercise. Once you get fast enough, sit there and see how long you can go. Work on some strength in your fingers once you be able to get that hammer around pull-off motion. And you can almost essentially play, you know, an entire lick maybe without even picking. Hey, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Hopefully this will make you become a better player. All right, thanks a lot, and rock on.